Hey, what's up, guys? So I know I'm super late on this. This is 10 days old at this point, but I got to give my initial reaction to new units. I think, right? Um, I'm gonna be making another video here soon, talking about like where I'm gonna take the channel and what my plans are and stuff moving forward. But I want to make sure I cover these. Um, let you guys know what I think about them. There's probably already people out there testing them, so of course check out Car, check out Jenna, and all the other streamers out there. I'm sure they're testing everything. Congrats to Phantom on the World Championship win. That was some pretty interesting matches, to say the least. I don't know why you want. I can't pronounce his name. You want Wandon, whatever his name is, didn't get a double elimination. It should have reset the bracket, and they should have went through another best of 5, because that's how double elimination works, right? Because so much RNG is involved in that. So, yeah. I mean, congrats to Phantom. He definitely deserved to win. He was very good. It's cool to see. He's really the underdog of the entire tournament, because his account's been active the least amount out of everybody in it. So it was cool to see a JP player win. But yeah, I'm going to quickly go over all of the collab units real quick. I'm not going to go in depth. I just want to give my initial reaction to them. Say if I think they're good or not. And yeah, and of course, it's collab. You need to spend money to get these units unless you've been saving right. So of course I'm going to plug Amazon Prime here. Well, not Prime. The Amazon App Store. You could save up to 20% on purchases. I've said this in like my last so many videos. I can't say it enough. Save 20% on purchases. Like pulling these units. Sometimes you have to spend money to get them. Some people don't like grinding as many as as much as other people do, and yeah. You guys know how it is, right? And of course, if you have Windows 11, I unfortunately don't have Windows 11, but if you have Windows 11, you can avoid using emulators, because we all know emulators. Sometimes they put some unwanted stuff on your PC, which is not ideal, right? But yeah, hit the link in my description if you're not already playing on through the Amazon App Store. I'm sure the majority of you already are, and I appreciate you guys for helping the content creators out. You guys the real MVPs. And with that being said, I'm going to check out the S3 animations here. I'm going to look at their kits, and then we're going to move on, right? So let's check this out.
Riza Hawkeye.
So we got Riza here. I will go ahead and say I haven't watched FMA. I've heard good things about it. My sister is really into it. I never find the time to watch anime, to be honest, anymore. Something has to really grab my attention these days, and nothing's really grabbed my attention except for like Sandman's pretty good on Netflix. I'm watching right now, and then what else is really good? Of course, the House of the Dragon. Like, that first episode was so good. Let me know in the comments if you're watching that and you're looking forward to watching it. Especially with how Game of Thrones ended, right? It was nice to like go back to like what was good about Game of Thrones. But I'm not gonna talk too much about that. Let's talk about Riza here. So the S3 is kind of basic, but this is a Ranger. Okay. Quick base stats, good base speed. Is this the free unit or not? I guess I'll maybe see in here. Crit concentration, which is nice. The attack's kind of low. Health is kind of low. Speed. He's got effectiveness, so he must be a debuffer. Let's move forward here quickly. Skill 2. It doesn't. Was it a passive? Yes. They don't like giving unit skill 2s anymore, do they? When the foremost ally is attacked, is that the ally on the front? By single attack decreases damage suffered by. Why does it have subtitles on? So this is 10% more, so 30%. It's a 30% damage reduction. 50% or lower after being attacked. Dispels all buffs from the foremost ally in the caster. Grants Hawkeye, which is speed buff, crit damage buff. It's not an actual crit damage. It's a separate buff, and it can be dispelled, which is cool. Dispelling all debuffs and Hawkeye effects. Okay. So, he provides some mitigation. I guess they show it. Let's see.
Hawkeye increases speed and critical hit damage by 30% and cannot be dispelled. Dispelling debuffs and Hawkeye's effects can only be activated once every 3 turns.
Okay, there's a buff, right?
Skill 3, All
I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. Probably not balanced very good.
Out. Attacks the enemy with focus.
Okay, skill 3. Attacks the enemy with focus fire, dispelling all buffs. So he has a dispel, that's why he's effectiveness. Decreases combat readiness by 50%. He's got to push back before granting immunity to 2 turns and exploiting weak points. Exploit weak points, increases damage. What? To the caster. Okay, so he it's another buff. Huh, okay. Caster and foremost ally. So that's the front ally, right? Yeah. So he gives this weak point buff to himself and the thing in the front. It ignores effect resistance on soul burn, which is good for a strip ability and a CR push. That's pretty good. It's kind of like Lytica, right? 4-turn cooldown, not bad. I don't think this is going to do crazy damage.
20% when attacking. After attacking, this effect is dispelled. When 20 soul is consumed, it ignores effect resistance.
Yeah, that actually did nothing but dispel the barrier. That did no damage.
Skill 1.
And stand back. Attacks the enemy by firing a pistol. 35% chance as target. Target's always nice. What is this, like a wyvern unit? Like, actually? I mean, it's like the, I don't know. I don't. Okay. When the caster is granted Hawkeye, increases combat readiness. So this is like, he's a ranger that like supports your front unit. I don't know. Like, okay, like where's this going to be used? Like I was kind of thinking like, okay, wyvern, but like, is this going to support what your tank in wyvern? Most people don't even tank wyvern anymore. They just kind of like roll over it, right? I don't know about RTA use for this. It seems like it would be pretty good for maybe like some challenging PvE content, maybe. But it's weird to want to put this unit in the front to make them. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Does he come with an artifact too, or is it a female? I honestly don't know.
By 20%.
The kit to me is just kind of wonky. I mean,
Riza Hawkeye's artifact.
Sharpshooter's handgun. Let's just look at max. Gives effectiveness, critical hit, 70% chance to increase speed of the caster. Okay, this is trash. I don't know what this unit is for. The kit is interesting. There's no unit like this in the game. Hawkeye's interesting. It's funny. Gives crit damage here. And did they just show him using like Senya here? I don't know. This is a weird unit. I don't know what this is for. All right. I'm not going to dwell on it too long. I don't know what this unit's for. So I'm just going to go to the next one. It's a kind of a wonky unit. So we got Roy here. See the S3? Okay, that was actually pretty sick. Not gonna lie. I heard. I'm pretty sure this is the guy that's kind of cracked, kit wise. Cool. Okay, so we got a fire mage, no health. What the fuck is this attack? Do we have any Leo mages in the game? I can't think of one. With more attack here. Okay, this guy's gonna... He has very high attack. Oh, you don't say. Skill introduction. Alright. Start of the first battle. Was this a passive? Passive. Dude, they literally do not make skill 2s anymore. Start of the battle. He has fighting spirit. Grants flame alchemist. Damage suffered by one attack does not seize heaven. Okay, that's good. Already. Increases hit chance and attack by 20%. Okay, so that's where he gets the attack from, I guess. Cannot be dispelled unless attacked by an ice elemental enemy. Okay, that's interesting. And this increases. Is that up to 90%? What? I got a math. 7 and 7 is 19%. Let this go up to 89%. What? Guys, I'm at a loss here. He can only take 11% damage every time he gets hit? Or is this just the first turn? I don't know. Please show me what this
Hero
is.
of Ishbal. At the start of the first battle, gains 40 fighting spirit. Alchemist is a unique buff that increases hit chance and attack by 20%. Flame Alchemist cannot be dispelled unless attacked by an ice elemental enemy. Skill 3.
Okay, that literally told me nothing. They just showed it getting dispelled. What? Okay, whatever. It's like a Spirit Isoline thing, right? He can't be one shot. Okay. And I was looking at it backwards, right? So I think it goes down to 51%, right? My brain was flipped. Okay, I don't know why I was increasing instead of decreasing. Yeah, so 51. That's why it's 19 here. That makes sense. Okay, so he can't be one shot. Yeah. 51% of max health. Okay, yeah, it's right there. All right, so he's one of those. Okay, he gives a self-attack buff on his S3. 80 fighting spirit. Attacks all enemies with AoE. Gives him Flame Alchemist. When there are 3 or fewer enemies, it does more damage. So it just does damage. Excuse me. Sorry. I might forget to edit that out. Okay, so it just does a lot of damage and it's AoE. Is that it?
Scorching Heat. After increased flames, and grants Flame Alchemist to the caster. When there are 3 or fewer enemies, damage dealt increases.
Attack buff. 12k on a Stinny, which generally has pretty high defense. This is pretty crazy for hitting a Violet. Okay. I don't know how that damages. He's got really low health. Attack buff. Seems okay for an AoE. Seems like decent damage. I mean, what was his base speed again? Kind of gives me like Fire Kerouac vibes, right? Oh my god, where the fuck are your base stats? Okay. 112? Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, so what's his skill 1? Attacks the enemy with flames. Combat readiness increased by 15. When used on the caster's turn, if he has Flame Alchemist, activates Heat Wave. Attacks the enemy with a huge flame. Wow. Increases combat readiness of caster by 30%. Penetrates target defense by... Gives an extra turn. Okay. He seems like he's pretty good. Seems like he'd be pretty fun to use. Automatically, he just looks like another lifesteal unit that can't be one-shot until you're on the unfortunate end of a dual attack and you just die to 5% chance. But he seems like he's pretty good. He's a mage, so he can carry a book. He gets Heat Wave at the start of the turn. So you can potentially like take 2 turns with him right out the gate. Seems pretty good. He has an artifact too. Okay, I think this artifact's just okay. It's okay. I mean, it's not very good, to be honest. This artifact kind of sucks. All right, let's go to the next one. I think he's pretty good. And we got Edward here. Okay, that S3 is definitely the breadwinner. That was sick as fuck. Another passive. A Fire Warrior. Okay. No attack. Effect resist release. Crit and print concentration. Okay. Good base speed. Tanky. Ares. Ravi's not an Ares, is she? No, I think she has like 7,000 base health. He's tanky.
Skill 2.
Okay, skill 2. This is another path. After being attacked, when caster has a debuff, dispels one debuff and activates Rise. Attacks all enemies with ground thorns, dispelling one buff and inflicting a random debuff for 2 turns. That's toxic. It's like a debuff warrior. Okay. Damage dealt proportional to caster's health. Okay, health scaling. Random debuff. Provoke. Decrease hit chance. Decrease attack. Silence restrict. All those random debuffs are good. It's pretty good. All of those are annoying. All of those, like almost all of those debuffs stop something from doing damage some type of way, right? Let me see how it works.
And activates Rise. He activates all enemies, inflicting a random damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's max health.
Okay. This is my type of unit, by the way. These are the kind of units I like to play with.
The random debuff can be one of the following: decreased attack, decreased hit chance, skill 3.
Okay, skill 3. Attacks the enemy together with Alphonse and increases combat readiness to the caster by 50%. So he gets his next turn faster. When the enemy is not an elite or boss monster, damage sharing effects are ignored. Okay, so big damage. Damage dealt increases proportional caster max health. Okay, health scaling. And every time he uses it, it does more damage. Soul burn for 10 souls, -2 cooldown. That's good. So you can effectively burn this every time you use it, which you get a lot of value out of, and it's 2-turn cooldown. And with it ramping, is something you want to do. This is definitely a unit that I would use. It's kind of awkward because he's a fire unit. I don't think we really have like, well, I guess like Charlotte is like a similar role. I guess you would draft him in. This is a single target, right? Single target hit. It's not AoE.
With Alphonse, and increases the combat increases every time this skill is used, and can stack up to 3 times.
Yeah.
When 10 soul is consumed, skill cooldown is decreased by 2 turns.
That damage wasn't that bad for health scaling. Because it's going to scale well with Frenzy. That was probably before it got a stack, right?
Skill 1.
Skill 1. Attacks enemy. Grants a barrier to caster for 1 turn. I mean, that's okay.
1. I'll take...
I didn't mean to hit that. I guess it gives Kisei value. Kisei is going to be a good pick into him. So like if you're drafting it and they pick Kisei, that's on like Wind Rider or something, or she already gives herself stealth anyways, right? Because of the EE. Maybe an issue for him, and elemental disadvantage. But I think in a slower matchup, like with units like Alencia being meta right now, there's pretty relevant green units in the meta. Based on what when I was watching the World Championship, like Alencia was drafted a lot, right? Barriers are good against what's it called? The shit where they have less health. Why can I not? Injury. Barriers are good against that. Injury is going to be good against him, obviously, but if he's self-giving barriers, might be a little difficult to do with stuff like Alencia. Ravi is going to be able to stack it on him very well. He's seems okay. This is a unit that needs to get tested in the field.
Damage dealt and barrier strength increase proportional to the caster's
that damage was shit, but
max health.
He's definitely a unit that needs to be tested.
Edward,
like he's a unit that could be very good. Max 10% crit after an extra attack. Increases crit damage by 8%, speed by 8%, stacks up to 4 times. What? Huh? What the fuck is this? Is this like, okay, like after like any extra attack, after they use an extra attack, I don't know how this shit works. This is a lot of stats in an artifact. Speed, damage, and crit. If this is just after any extra attack, and you play like, put this on something like, I wouldn't say it's good on Lilius, you know, but like if Lilius procs it a lot, then I don't know. This seems like an artifact for would it be good on Alencia? Now that we were just talking about Alencia? For it to max out, you'd actually have to double attack with her 4 times, which means she would probably have to take 5 or 6 turns, because you have to include using that S3 in there, right? And you might use it a second time. I think it has a 4-turn cooldown. Might be 5. But yeah, to max this thing out, it's going to take a minute. I don't know. It's a weird artifact. I think it's something that could be good, though. But yeah. Overall, I think Roy is the breadwinner. I think he looks like he could be fun to use. And I have no, like Riza, I have no idea what that unit is for. That's kind of my take for this. Let me know how your guys' pulls go in the comments. I might hop on the game and do my own. Like I said, look forward to my next video. I'm going to kind of talk about some stuff moving forward here. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.